Well, we made it, y'all. The day is here. I just want to start by saying thank you guys so much for subscribing and following and supporting me up until this point. It's a true testament to the people that I have in my corner. So again, appreciate y'all. But without further ado, let's get started, man. Things are heating up in the sports world as of late. Basketball is thriving, looking to showcase the best playoff we've had in a while. Football free agency has started. Numerous of trades have happened, and the draft is a month away or so. I think so. Yeah, in a month away. Baseball season is right around the corner, and that means there's tons to talk about. It's a bunch of fun predictions, opinions, etc. I asked you guys to participate and ask me questions, things like that. So we still have that, and welcome. I'm your host, Amir Span, and this is the Unfiltered podcast. First official episode. So thank you guys for being a part of this. Like I said, it means a lot to me. Everybody that knows me know I love talking sports. I love sports crazy. You can ask anybody, bro. I live, breathe, and will die a sports fanatic. So, like I said, it means a lot, man, for real. But without further ado, let's get started. I kind of want to start with NBA stuff first. Right now, I'm showing a bunch of football highlights, basketball highlights, but I do want to start off with football stuff first because, like I said, playoffs is around the corner. It's a lot of stuff heating up. We had so much stuff going on. Bam scoring 83, SGA's dominance, the Spurs dominance, the Hornets. It's a lot that I want to talk about basketball wise. So I want to start off with that first. So without further ado, we're just gonna get started. Let's start talking about the Boston Celtics. I personally think that as of right now, they are the favorite to come out of the East. I just want to say first off, before anything else, before I get to anything else, I did not have this team even being a second seed championship run, let alone, what they have been, this season. Top 10 in defensive rating, top 10 in offensive rating. They have one of the best net ratings in the league. Just an overall, I knew they had depth, but I didn't think it was going to be like the depth was going to actually play up to par this season the way it has. The ascension of I forget his name. Hugo Gonzalez, Jordan Walsh. Jordan Walsh is my X factor for them. He's been an elite wing defender, and he's been an elite 3-and-D guy. He's averaging per 36, 11 points per game, 52% shooting, 9 rebounds, 40% from 3. He's legitimately the perfect wing for the Boston Celtics, right? To pair with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, and also to put next to Peyton Pritchard a lot of time too, because Peyton Pritchard, he can hold his own, a little bit on defense, but he's not really a defender. So it helps to have a guy like that. And then Hugo Gonzalez, man, he's been shooting the lights out. A lot of guys been shooting the lights out. Baylor, Hauser, Pritchard, they have been very, very good. And I don't want to make it seem as though it's just been Jaylen Brown, because that's going to be the main talking point when talking about the Boston Celtics with everybody, not me, but they just do the little stuff, man. They don't turn the ball over. They shoot really well from 3, as always. They rebound the ball. They do the little marginal things. I think that's the biggest story with the Boston Celtics this year. The reason why they're so elite is because they do the marginal things, rebound the ball offensively and defensively. Don't turn the ball over. Really good ball handlers. They shoot the ball well. They have a bunch of spot-up shooters that knock down. It's just a whole collection. And shout out to Joe Mazzulla, man. I think he's going to be Coach of the Year. Just because, to have your star franchise player tear his Achilles 10 months ago, and then to come out this season and be the number 2 seed and, like I said, be a top 10 team in offense and defensive rating, be a top 10 team in net rating, it's just a testament to his culture and his coaching ability, and it's insane, bro. It's insane. Now, adding Jason Tatum to the fold, obviously, you all know I love Jason Tatum. Like, I love Jason Tatum. He's my favorite player in the NBA. He does not have to be the Jason Tatum that we all know. I mean, granted, as the rest of the games go on and he progresses and, with his, comfortability and knocking off the rust and things like that, et cetera, et cetera. He does not have to be, like, super elite. I think he just has to do what he does best, which is be versatile. Like, he's a versatile player, bro. Like, he's the best team defender on the team. He's arguably the best rebounder on the team. He's the best playmaker. He's the best passer. He's the most versatile in terms of scoring. Like, he can just do every single thing, and that's why he's a top 5 player in the league. And so, pairing him with this version of Jaylen Brown and this version of the depth that they have, I don't think he has to be super elite. I just think he has to come in, do what he does best, which, like I said, be versatile, and they can really go on a championship run. I mean, personally, no bias, but I personally think that OKC is definitely going to go back-to-back. But, I mean, if they played the Celtics in the finals, that could be another 7-game series for OKC in which they may not win, So, obviously, I think they will. But, I mean, it's not a knock on, OKC if they didn't, because this team is super, super elite. So, I'm just really excited to see them in the playoffs, man. I'm excited to see Jason Tatum. So, that's a plus. And like I said, bro, I mean, the X factor for them is Jordan Walsh. I mean, if Jordan Walsh can translate what he's done in the regular season into the playoffs, I mean, paired up with Derek White, Jaylen Brown, and I haven't even mentioned Neemias Queta. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, but the center, he has been amazing too, bro. So, with all the young pieces, if they can, translate what they've done in the regular season into the playoffs, with having Tatum back, also having Vucevic, I just think that listen, man, it's going to be tough. So, not tough in the sense that they can't do it, tough in the sense that it's going to be, like, really good to see. So, I'm excited. I hope y'all are excited for the Boston Celtics as much as I am. And, yeah, we're just going to see, man. I mean, this playoffs is really going to be – it's really, really, really going to be good. So, but, well, moving on to the San Antonio Spurs. I mean, I really don't have too much to say about the Spurs, bro. And this is no, like because, like, obviously they've played OKC really well this year. And I've mentioned OKC twice already, but, like, and there's no bias, bro. There's no bias. But I personally don't think the 4-1 record against the Thunder in the regular season means anything. I mean, we seen the Minnesota Timberwolves beat OKC 3-1 last year. And granted, Ant is not Wemby and the Spurs aren't the Minnesota Timberwolves. But I don't overreact to regular season records in terms of games played. I mean, I don't want to sound, like I said, I don't want to sound biased or be like, oh, well, we were hurt. But, like, I mean, most of those matchups, we weren't really fully healthy. So there's that. And also, I don't really believe that they are ready for the playoffs. I think Wemby is going to be good in the playoffs. Great, I don't know. Because one thing I have seen a lot this year with the Spurs, they can deal with physicality, but not, I don't think, for a 7-game series. Like, if they was to play the Clippers first round, which I think they will, and I'll get to a little bit later, I don't think that they'll win. Like, I don't see them really winning that series. Unless, like, Kawhi just is a shell of himself and he doesn't really have any help, which that's up for debate. Because, like, I mean, you look at this, the Clippers, they're not really, they're not really that equipped to go on a deep playoff run. So, there's that. But back to the Spurs, I mean, I just don't think that they can make a championship run. I genuinely don't. Like, I think if they do make the Western Conference Finals, that will be their stop ultimately. But I just don't see it, man. Like, Stephon Castle, Keldon Johnson, Dylan Harper, Carter Bryant. Like, I just don't think that those guys are ready to just automatically go to the finals. And if Wemby just carries them to the fucking finals, then cool. I mean, put him in the GOAT conversation already, because that'll be insane. Like, that'll be the craziest thing I've ever witnessed from a star player at 22 years old in my lifetime watching basketball. Even more crazier than LeBron going to LeBron going to the finals in 2007. I mean, with that team, I mean, they were like a really, really good defensive team. Same with the Spurs, but I think the Spurs are a little bit deeper, just offensively with De'Aaron Fox and Devin Vassell, which is a guy that I think if they were to make a playoff like run, like a championship run, I think Devin Vassell is the Spurs X factor. I think that's who I think I would look at and be like, okay, if they are like, who's that second guy that Wemby is gonna lean on? Most people would say De'Aaron Fox, and that's cool, but I don't think like whether De'Aaron Fox plays good or bad, that'll be the reason why they don't or do make it. Like, I think De'Aaron Fox can play relatively just good, and I think they'll like still win a playoff series. But for them to go like Western Conference Finals to a Finals, Devin Vassell has to be elite, bro. And I think he can be, but again, these guys have never been in the playoffs. I think, yeah, like only people that have been in the playoffs is De'Aaron Fox, Luke Cornett, and Harrison Barnes within the rotation. And Harrison Barnes is hurt, I believe, right now. So going into the playoffs, I don't even know if he's going to start, because Carter Bryant, defensively and just, as a rising floor spacer, he's not really a floor spacer per se, but like he's finding his shot. I don't really see, I just don't see it, man. I don't. Maybe I'm not seeing it. Maybe, people that are listening, they're going to say it's biased or whatever. But I just don't see it, man. I mean, I've seen a lot of teams be really good in the regular season. I've seen a lot of teams beat teams in the regular season. Like, for instance, in 2011, the Chicago Bulls beat the fucking Miami Heat for 3-1, I think. Or they swept them, I think, in the regular season. They beat them 4-0 in the regular season. And then when the playoffs came, they got gentlemen swept. They lost in 5 games. So I'm not saying in any means that Derrick Rose is Wemby and that the Spurs team is the Chicago Bulls. But I'm just putting it into context and giving it a little more, idea of just because you are good in the regular season does not mean that you will make the playoff or make the championship. Like, we did the same thing with the 2024 Thunder. And I was one of the people out of a lot of Thunder fans that I can attest to that were like, I don't really see us going that far. I mean, Western Conference Finals, sure, but like championship, nah. And then the following year we won. So, there's that. But I don't think they're there yet. Next year, definitely, bro. Which is I'm scared as fuck for, because it's fucking Wemby, bro. Like, Wemby is just, it's crazy, bro. He's literally a 2K demigod. So, but they are a really, really great young team. Like I said, I'm scared as fuck for the future because what can you really do? I mean, but yeah, I just don't think they were, or they are going to make the championship. But I mean, in the comments, you guys can let me know. Like, I maybe I'm seeing something differently. I don't know, but I just don't believe it. But I mentioned earlier, bro, like, season is heating up. Playoffs are about to start. And with that being said, bro, we got to talk about the Charlotte Hornets, bro. Since January 1st, they are 22-12. I'll say that again. 22-12, the Charlotte Hornets. I low-key want to shout out Caleb because before the season started, and he can attest to this too, bro, we both were like, oh, he said that the Hornets weren't going to be that good, that the Raptors were going to be better, and I said that the Hornets were going to be better. And that they were going to be in the playoffs, yada, yada, yada. I mean, both of us were technically right, but he was more right, I guess, in a sense, because the Raptors are, the fifth seed, sixth seed, something like that? But the Hornets are right there, bro, in the play-in. Like, they're not that far off from the fifth seed or the sixth seed. And they have been so fucking elite, bro. Like, I think their defensive rating in December was 118. That shit is 109 now. Like, their net rating is +3. It was -2 in December. Like, bro, super, super duper, like, flip of the script. Like, I'm not going to say I've never seen anything like it, but, like, for a team that in December or going into December and by the end of December, people were like, oh, this team isn't going to be that good. They're going to be in the lottery once again, yada, yada, yada. And for them to just come out and just in the new year and just say, fuck all of that, and just be hooping, bro. Like, the trio of Khan, LaMelo, and B-Mill has been crazy, bro. Like, I think all three of them lead the league in the calendar year 2026 so far in, like, threes made. I think all three of them are 1, 2, 3. I don't know the exact order, but just super crazy, bro. And I think they're going to win the play-in, like, for sure. Whoever they play in the play-in, they might smoke them, and then they might either play whoever is in the second seed, so that's the Celtics, or they might play the Pistons, who are the first seed. I mean, obviously, they're not going to win a playoff series. I don't think they're there yet. Like I said, they've been elite, but, like, they're not that elite. Like, I don't think so. And, like, their defense has been really, really good. I think their defense has been good all year, to me. It's just, like, the offense has translated so well that I think they've given a little more effort defensively, and that's showing within, like, you know, numbers-wise and film-wise, too. Like, Kalkbrenner has been really elite. I mean, Brandon Miller has been solid defensively. Khan has been solid defensively. I forget his name. He went to Duke as well. Sion James or something. I don't know how you pronounce his first name. I butchered his first name, but he's been good defensively. Colin Sexton was good for them, but obviously he got traded, and then Kobe White is there. But I think Kobe White is better offensively, so, like, that's better for them offensively, because this is offense wins championships, in my opinion. But, I mean, defense does win championships, but also offense does, I think, a little bit more. But that's another conversation for another episode. But, yeah, man, I think they've been playing amazing, bro. I mean, I just wanted to shed a little bit of light on them. It's not too much I can really say because, again, they are a playing team, and I don't want to spend too much on them. But I do want to shout them out because, I think they're going to turn the playoffs up, bro. That's why I think the Eastern Conference this year, at least the first round, will be really, 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 I think this will be the best first round Eastern Conference playoffs we've had since... Shit, bro, I don't even know. Like, what? I want to say 2009, 2010. Like, I don't know, bro. At least for me personally. The last really good one I can say was probably 2012, 2013, but I don't really remember that one too well. I only say 2009, 2010 because that's when D-Wade was going crazy. So, yeah, but I really just think that the Hornets are elite, bro. Like, super, super duper elite right now. I don't think they're an elite team, but I think they're a good team. But they are playing elite. And whoever they play in the first round, whether it's the Pistons or the Celtics, bro, they gonna give them a run for their money. Like, that series could go to like 6, maybe 7, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. And then at that point, they playing with house money. Like, anything can happen. So, moving on to SGA. I mean. I just wanted to talk about, I mean, this is not going to be a Thunder segment, if you will, but, I mean, kind of, because we're talking about the star player on the Thunder. But listen, man, bias or no bias, he is the best player in the world right now, and he should be unanimous MVP. Obviously, it's going to be some weird voting happening to prevent him from not being the unanimous MVP. For all the weird narratives out there, like, oh, he's not American, he's Canadian, which I don't believe that's the reason why. Or, oh, he's not the best player because Jokic is the best player. He's putting up the best stats. And even though, SGA has had to deal with, his team being the third team in the league that has the most missed games, or the third most missed games due to injury. So his team has been hurt all year. I mean, as you all saw, even though they went 24-1, they started the season without their All-NBA defensive team and All-NBA third-team player this season. So, and All-Star. So, granted, Chet has been amazing this year. He's taken a step forward, but it's been SGA, bro. I mean, and the depth, too. I don't want to discredit the depth. Like, OKC is a elite team, but what he's doing this year, bro, he's on pace to have the best 30-point per game scoring season, efficiency-wise, since Steph, bro. And Steph true shooting was 67%, bro. That's peak center numbers type shit. That's crazy, bro. And with Shea's game, it's not kind of it's not like Steph's, where Steph was an all-around scorer, but mainly Steph in that 2016 season, he was just shooting the lights out of everybody's fucking face. Like, bro, he was just clipping everybody. But with SGA, I mean, he can shoot in your face. He can get to the paint. He can get to the mid-range. He can get to the line, obviously. Although, narratives and whatnot. But yeah, other than that, bro, and then also he's about to break Wilt's record. He's going to break Wilt's record, which is also insane. Like, that stood for over 60 years, so that's pretty much insane, bro. Like, oh man, it's just, I just wanted to shout him out as well, bro. Like, he's been crazy, bro. He's been crazy. As I said earlier in this, when I was talking about the Spurs, I believe that we're going back to back. Again, that's just no bias. That's just from what I've seen this year and what I know. Like, it's inevitable at this point. It's inevitable. Granted, it's going to be way harder than last year. I feel like the West playoffs wasn't that hard. Outside of, the Denver series, which was basically a cake, not a cakewalk. That's the wrong wording. Not a cakewalk. It was a hard. I meant to say the first round was a cakewalk, but the second round was pretty much like the hardest we had to deal with outside of the Pacers. I feel like the Denver series is the hardest series we had. I mean, the Pacers, they were a hard matchup, but I mean, we kind of shot ourselves in the foot a lot in that series. I think we only shot ourselves in the foot one time in the Denver series, and that was game 1 where Chet missed free throws, and we blew a 10, 15-point lead that we had within the third or fourth quarter. So, yeah, but, I mean, this shit is going to be crazy this year, bro. Like, I'll get to it when I mention both conferences, but, yeah, man, SGA has been elite, and if you don't have him as the best player, what the fuck are you watching? Moving on to the Eastern Conference, I feel like this year, like I said before, this year is going to be really, really good. Like, a lot of good-ass matchups, bro. A lot of potential matchups that could be really, really good. You got, the Sixers and what they'll be. I mean, right now, they're 35-30. Like, Joel Embiid hasn't played in a while. I don't know what's up with that. The Knicks, who I had coming out of the East as a Eastern Conference representative, I don't know, man. They kind of been kind of iffy. Like, they kind of been looking like, I don't know. The Cavs, I mean, yeah, they got Harden, but haven't really been a believer. Like, I'm not a believer in Evan Mobley and Jared Allen playing really, really good deep into the playoffs. You got the Raptors, bro. I think the Raptors are going to give whoever problems. The Heat are heating up, no pun intended. But, yeah, like, I really like the East this year, bro. And as I mentioned earlier, like the Spurs, the Hornets and the Celtics, I mean, it's going to be fun, bro. It's going to be fun. It's just a matter of who's going to match up with who and what we'll see. Like, I think the biggest question for the East, I think in a community-wise, not just for me, because for me, it's really the Cavs. Like, can the Cavs really make an ECF run? But I think, the main question is, what are we going to get from, or if we're even going to see Joel Embiid? Like, we haven't seen him in a while. I think they're load managing him for the playoffs. But again, I don't know how good that is. Like, he's so good, bro. But at the same time, it's kind of like I was like, when Tatum was coming back, I was like, I don't want him to come back, Even though he's my favorite player, I'm like, yeah, I want to see him play. But I don't want to see him play this year. I want to see him play next year. Like, even though he was clear, like, the timeline for the Achilles was, he made the timeline. Like, 10 months that's on pace. Like, that's on track, Like, that's not, like, he didn't rush it or he didn't wait. Like, he went through the, normal timeline. But I was like, I don't know. But also, now that I've seen him for, the last 2 to 3 games, I think it's been, I think it was a good choice. But with Joel Embiid, he's been so injured his entire career. It's like, you have to have him on the floor, bro. Like, you can't just have him sit and then he be rusty going into the playoffs, round 1 against whoever. Or even in the play-in, because, again, like I mentioned, they 35-30, bro. Like, they are currently the 8th seed. So, they are in the play-in. At one point, they were the 6th seed. Now they're the 8th seed. So, I don't know what they're doing with him. I don't understand why they're just having him sit out. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know if it's his knees or his leg or whatever, back. You never know with Joel Embiid. I mean, bro can have a broken rib or something. You never know. as I said with the Cavs, I mean, I like Mitchell and Harden together. I just don't believe in Evan Mobley and Allen. Like, the last 4 years, you cannot sit here and tell me that you are a firm believer in them under the bright lights, especially Jared Allen. Like, Jared Allen, Evan Mobley kind of gets a pass, but at the same time, he hasn't been good this year. Like, he's been up and down, but not really that good. Allen has been better this year than him, but overall, he's had a really, really good year. And then next to Harden, he's looked amazing. But again, it's the playoffs, bro. Like, shit get different. So I don't know, bro. I don't think people have them going, like, coming out of the East, have them going to ECF. I mean, that's possible, the ECF part. I don't think it's possible whatsoever that the Cavs are going to the championship. Like, I just don't. I think if they do, like, the Knicks probably have to get bounced round 2. The Pistons get bounced in round 2. And they play, like, the Raptors or the Heat or something. And then maybe, just maybe, they can make it. But, like, if they got to play, like, the Knicks or they got to play, like, the Celtics, like, I don't see it, bro. I just don't see it. I don't see it. Also, with the Pistons, I mean, this year, I don't think they're going to the finals either. But it's a little bit different than it is with the Cavs. It's not that the Pistons don't have players to, make it, because they got the defense. It's just that half-court offense, bro. I've been saying it all year. The half-court offense is dog shit. When you have to just rely solely on Cade Cunningham, who is a really good player, bro. I love Cade. I've been loving Cade since Oklahoma State, bro. Like, I knew he was gonna be great, but he has not reached that level of scorer yet to where it is kind of crazy, because a lot of people have been saying, like, oh, they are the baby OKC. And I see a lot of that also defensively. Like, obviously, they're not the historic defense that OKC is, but I see a lot of, like, elite wing defenders around, a primary ball handler. Like, that's like the biggest comparison, or the main comparison I can make with them and OKC. But, like, at least with OKC, they have, really good shooters to streaky shooters. Like, they don't have that. Like, Duncan Robinson is their only shooter. Like, Tobias Harris is probably the second best, but, I mean, are you really going to rely on Tobias Harris to get you to the fucking championship? I mean, he couldn't do it with next to fucking Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, and Jimmy Butler, and JJ Redick. So, I'm not a believer. But it's not, like I said, it's not because they aren't talented. They are really, really talented. It's just they don't have no half-court offense. Like, it's dog shit, bro. Like, you've seen, like, when you just shut down Cade, it's raps. Like, and I like Jalen Duren, bro. I think he will win Most Improved Player of the Year, but he's also not like a half-court guy. Like, he gets mainly all his points from Cade. And that's not a knock on him, but, I mean, if, like I said, if you're just going to rely on that, then I don't really see how that's going to get you to the championship, unless a lot of shit just, goes into your favor. But, that's not a recipe for a championship run. So, the Raptors going to be cool. I was like, before, I want to say March, February, I was like, oh yeah, the Raptors going to be nice in the playoffs, bro. Don't nobody want to see the Raptors. I ain't going to lie. I think a lot of people want to see them, because their offense also is kind of so, like, it's so bad sometimes. Like, it's so bad. But their defense is elite as well. I think they are a top 5 team defensive rating wise this year. So, yeah, they are. They are a top 5 team. I think they're top 3 or some shit like that. It's crazy. But, yeah, I'm just not a believer. And then, like I said, with the Knicks, like, they've been iffy, but I still think between them and the Boston Celtics, they are the most prime teams to make the championship. So that's that. I don't really see nobody else going. LA, bro. I mean, lately they've been elite, bro. So we're gonna start off with them on the Western Conference side. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, Lakers is first round exit. Hey, lately the way they've been playing, shit. They can make a WCF, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. If they get the right matchups, it's up. Like, I ain't going to lie. I mean, Luka and Reeves obviously play better together than LeBron and Luka, or Bron and Austin. But I see a lot of people keep saying, like, oh, they don't need Bron, and you should have Bron come off the bench and yada yada yada. That's fucking retarded. Because even if like Bron plays more off the ball, like I still don't understand why you would just say like, oh well, they're better off, yada yada. Like that's kind of stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just dumb as shit. But just to highlight how well they've been playing. I mean, they've been pretty elite. They had some really good wins as of late, like the Knicks and the Timberwolves, who they just beat. I think what's today? Thursday. They beat them Tuesday. Yeah, they beat them Tuesday. So they've been playing really good basketball, bro. I think Bron comes back the next game they play. I'm not sure who that is. I think that's the Nuggets or somebody. I don't know. But they've been playing good, man. They've been playing good. So hopefully they can stay healthy going into the playoffs, specifically LeBron. Obviously, they don't really have the depth. So, like, a lot of people are obviously going to be like, oh, well, they ain't making no damn WCF. And that's fair. But, like, at the same time, bro, it's really matchup dependent. And when you got Luka, LeBron, and Reeves, bro, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's enough offense to get you through at least, at minimum, a series and a half, bro. At that point, like, you get to the middle of the second round, and it's like game 4. I mean, that shit could go either way, depending on who get hot and who don't. So, shout out the Lakers, though, man. The Rockets, I mean, listen, bro. I feel so bad for KD because his legacy is starting to become, like, oh my gosh, I don't want to use that analogy, but like he reminds me of like I don't know, like a stray dog trying to find a home or something, bro. And it's so crazy because it's Kevin fucking Durant, bro. It's not Richard Jefferson after the Nets or fucking Jamal Crawford, you know, no disrespect to Jamal Crawford, but like Jamal Crawford played for like 4 or 5 teams before he went to the Clippers, bro. But with that being said, bro, like, I think the Rockets are just, like, they're just a bad team. Like, it's just bad. Like, looking at this picture right now, bro, like, that's his situation. Like, he is the sole vocal point because Şengün cannot create in a half court efficiently enough. My man can't shoot. Jabari is iffy. I mean, he's been playing better after the All-Star break, but, like, it's fucking Jabari Smith. Like, I'm not really expecting too much out of him. Tari Eason has been probably, like, the second most consistent player. And arguably Reed Shepherd. Like, that's crazy considering who or how high people hold, like, Alperen Şengün and Amin. Like, people who sit here and say, oh, Amin is this, Amin is that. And he could be the next Kawhi, and he's the most athletic player in the league, and his potential is through the roof. And niggas always saying that Şengün is baby Jokic, which is crazy disrespect to Jokic, but it's just bad, bro. Like I said, if Fred was there, it would be a little bit better. And if Adams was there, it'd be a little bit better because they'll have like a better screen setter, a better rebounder than Şengün offensively and defensively. So it's just, I mean, offensively, Adams don't really bring much. He don't really bring anything at all. But, I mean, he still is a big body. He's strong. Can set hard screens. So, they are, you know, missed. But at the same time, you know, just talking about the team right now, bro, it's just crazy. Like, it's crazy. Like, he's going to go into the playoffs right now, Kevin Durant. He's going to go into the playoffs with bad shot creators, bad playmakers, bad half-court scorers, and no real spacing. Like, and people are going to talk shit and be like, oh, well, he wanted to trade, and that's what he get, and yada, yada, yada. When it's crazy because he's been elite this year, bro. Like, statistically, he's been one of the best rim-protecting players in the entire league. And then he's still averaging 26 points per game efficiently, obviously. Like, it's Kevin Durant, so, like, you don't really have to question that ever. But he's been elite for them, bro. Like, and I'm not going to sit here and say Kevin Durant has been perfect because, like, obviously now that he's older and with the injuries and stuff, like, he doesn't have that same pop. He doesn't have that same first step. He doesn't have the same handle that he had, you know, before. Like, I remember back in the first game of the season when they played OKC, bro, like, he was just – it was so many times where he was just scared to just put the ball on the floor and just dribble. Like, he ain't had to do nothing crazy with the ball. He just was scared. So like his dribble, like his handle ain't the same. He can't really get to the spots the same. Like, also, a lot of times, he don't really call for the ball like he should. But again, bro, like, Kevin Durant is a basketball player, bro. He like to play basketball. Like, he not just going to be like, hey, give me the ball, and I'm going to do whatever. Like, obviously, he wants the ball, but he wants the ball in his spots. He wants to be set up. He wants to be put in this position. And that's fair, you know what I'm saying? Because he can do those things once you put him in those positions. But you can't fucking do that when you got fucking a Ben Thompson and Şengün. And like it's so crazy that people dick ride Şengün and he's just not that good. Like it's insane. Like don't get me wrong, he has talent, but like it's kind of sad, bro. I'm not gonna lie. But moving on, bro. I mean, you got the Nuggets as well, the Suns. You got the Clippers. I mean, Kawhi's been a fucking elite. The fact that he's dragging them to the playoffs is insane, bro. I feel like they're going to play the Spurs because they're going to beat the Suns in the play-in. So they're going to get the 7 seed, and they're going to play the 2 seed, which will be the Spurs. That's going to be a really good matchup. Bro, they were 6-22 or 5-21 or something like that. And now they are like, what, 21 and... Or no, not 21. 27 and like... 7. It's insane, bro. Like their record is crazy. I think they're above 500 now. They're 32-30 or something like that. I don't know, or 31-30 or 32-31, something like that. But it's crazy that they are even in this position, bro. The Suns, obviously, nobody really expected the Suns to be good. Like as soon as they traded KD, like, oh, they traded for Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks, and they ain't gonna be on shit. Dylan Brooks been elite. Devin Booker has been Devin Booker. Well, I ain't gonna say that because this year he's kind of been on and off, but nonetheless, he's still Devin Booker. He's the best player on the team. Jalen Green hasn't really been there, but as of late, he's been somewhat of a spark plug for them. Kind of like a poor man's J.R. Smith in a way. Like he just come off the bench, super athletic, like can shoot the ball, streaky shooter. Can get hot, can be cold, but like he's not as good of a shooter as J.R. Smith. But again, like that type of archetype mold, however you want to put it, that's what he is. The Nuggets, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Like people kind of like writing them off as for whatever reason. I don't know why. When they've been through the same thing as OKC in terms of injuries, like the fact that niggas is just like I don't get it. Like it's just. Like I said, just writing them off for whatever reason. Like I don't get it. You know, like it's kind of weird. But I think that once they reach the playoffs, it'll look completely different. The only thing I will say is to all the haters out there that were talking shit, I told you so. Trading MPJ was the wrong move. I get it. You wanted to have flexibility with your roster going forward. You still got to fucking extend Jokic. You want to build around Jokic, yada, yada, yada. Bro. And I could be wrong when the playoffs come. Like, Cameron Johnson can come in and be super elite in the playoffs, but I don't really see it, you know? Like, I don't really think that's going to happen, but nonetheless... We'll just have to see. I mean, playoffs is unpredictable sometimes. I would say the NFL playoffs is way more unpredictable than the NBA playoffs, but still pretty much unpredictable. Man, it's going to be crazy, bro. These playoffs are going to be crazy. I low-key want the Blazers to make the playoffs, but again, the Suns have been good, and I don't want to just write them off and be like, oh, they don't deserve to make the playoffs because they've been playing elite all year, or not elite, but they've been playing great all year, so... I just don't want to be like, oh, well, fuck them type shit. And this is the last part of the NBA stuff. We're going to get into some football stuff. Mainly just free agency. I'm not really going to get into the draft and, predictions of who this and who that. I'm going to say that for like a different episode, but I'm going to get into free agency. But, man, I'm not going to lie. I personally think that the Minnesota Timberwolves pose the biggest threat. Not the Spurs to the OKC Thunder. I get it. Like, if they play them again in the playoffs, it may look bad like I did last year. But I just personally think that they're more equipped due to the simple fact that they just have the experience, bro. They've been there. They know OKC. They've been in the playoffs the last 4 years with Ant. Last 2 years, both like back-to-back Western Conference Finals, bro. Like, it's it's kind of hard to just write them off. And I think with Ayo Dosunmu, like it's not like a, how can I put this? Like, it's not one of those, it's not like a Kevin Garnett type of move or like a Ray Allen type of move, like how they did back in like 2008. But at the same time, I think it was a well-needed move when you had guards like Mike Conley and Rob Dillingham just not really producing. Mainly because Mike Conley is just getting older, he's getting slower, and then Rob Dillingham is just not good at basketball. I'm sorry. But yeah, I really like the Timberwolves this year, bro. Right now, I think they're the 6th seed. No, they're the 5th seed. So, yeah, I mean, they've been kind of iffy after the All-Star break, but they're like one of the most confusing teams because one minute they look like they can win a championship, then the next they don't look like they can't fucking beat a zone. And it's not giving effort on defense. You got Rudy complaining about passing the ball, it's a lot. But Chris Finch is a pussy. I don't like Chris Finch, sorry, but this is Unfiltered, so I don't give a fuck. But yeah, man. I mean, I like Minnesota. I like Minnesota a lot, and I just like the West highs. I like the playoffs in general, bro. Like the way the playoffs is looking right now, it's gonna be fun. I don't really think it's gonna be a bad series. I think like the most mediocre series is whoever is playing the Sixers, because and that's due to the question mark with Joel Embiid. Like, is he gonna be healthy? Is he not? I mean, their team, like, they don't really have depth like that. PG hasn't played since his suspension. I don't know how many games he got suspended for, VJ Escombe and Quentin Grimes and DeAndre Jordan. I said DeAndre Jordan. Andre Drummond. Oh man. It's I don't know. But yeah, I really liked how the West is gonna be shaping out to be this year, bro. It's gonna be fun. Man. Now we can get to some NFL talk, man. Moving on. Like I said, I'm not really going to spend too much. Like, I'm not going to be too long-winded with it because this episode is like it's already past 40. I was aiming for 40 minutes, but it's reaching past 40. But I do want to just talk about, my top 5 winners and losers in free agency, and also just, and like draft predictions, stuff like that. Mainly like the top 10 picks. I won't go too deep. I'll probably post my predictions for the draft later on, or tomorrow, depending on what I see fit. But I mean, free agency has been crazy, bro. Like the trades, the signings, the crazy amount of money that it's been crazy, bro. Like super duper crazy. But I do want to start off with some of the stuff that, or some of the teams that I feel as though had one of the better or the best free agency. And number one for me, bro, I'm not going to lie, it's been the Titans, bro. Like, the Titans, to me, added so much of what I've wanted them to add. Like, getting JFM, getting Cordell Flott, who I think is going to be elite for them, and Alontae Taylor, and you got Wandale Robinson. I mean, I personally thought that he was going to go somewhere to like the Saints or the Jets. I thought he was going to go somewhere like there, but get him. I mean, I still think Cardinal Tate will probably go to them now. But then again, I don't know, because like they did lose Okonkwo, but they also still have DK. They still have Pollard and Spears in the backfield, and those are really like dual threat. Like they're solid dual threat. I mean, Pollard is a great dual threat back, but Spears is solid. And then you have DK, and then now you have Wandale. I keep forget the other guy's name, the other wide receiver, but they may still get a wide receiver. It may not be in the first round, but it'll be somewhere within the draft. But I really like what they did, bro. Like, as I mentioned, the key additions they added. And then second place for me is the Saints, bro. Like, getting Travis Etienne and Caden Ellis is, I mean, if they get Sonny Styles, bro, just wrap it up. Just wrap it up. They are going to fucking win their division. They're going to win the NFC South. I personally have them winning the NFC South already, but if they get Sonny Styles, like, it's up, bro. But yeah, the Travis Etienne, I mean, I like the other, I forget his name. I would have to look for his name, but he's a guard that they got. I really like him. I forget his name. I'm going to find his name in a little bit. But yeah, bro, I really like what they did, bro. It's not like super duper A+, but I think it was really, really good enough to justify the outlook of what they're doing this year or what they're trying to achieve this year. Damn, I can't think of the guy's name, but y'all know who I'm talking about, man. He he's a guard. I forget his name, bro. I forget his goddamn name. But anyways, David Edwards, that's his name. And they got Noah Fant. I do like that. I do like that a lot. Noah Fant. I mean, you got Juwan Johnson, so like I feel like that too. If they do run like a 2 tight end set, every so often, that'll be solid. But I don't think they will. I mean, I think that's just for depth, which is solid for depth. But I think their main like pass catchers or people that's gonna really be in the passing game a lot is like Travis, Olave, and Juwan, obviously. And Kamara, if they keep Kamara, which I think they should. But another team that I think that nobody's really talking about that I think basically had a W, free agency is the Steelers, bro. Like, I like the Pittman trade. The Pittman trade is elite, bro. You finally get your number fucking 2. They have not had a number 2. They've been waiting for Roman Wilson, and they got Calvin Austin, and yada, yada, yada. Like, bro, you need a number 2 next to DK because last year, bro, all they kept doing was just putting a safety up top and then sticking a corner to him, and then he was just getting shut down. It wasn't because he couldn't get open. It was just like it's so easy to play, a guy when he doesn't have anything else on the other side of him, And that's not a knock on Roman Wilson or Calvin Austin. It's just they weren't that caliber of players to have as a number 2. But now you got Pittman. The Jamel Dean signing, I really like that as well. I mean, he's going to be solid. And then you got Rico Dowdle. Like, that combination of Warren and Dowdle, that might be a top 5 duo in the league. I ain't going to lie. At the running back position, by the way. The Commanders, I really like the Commanders. I liked everything they did. The Nick Cross signing, the Leo Chanel, obviously. I talked to Tony about it. I wanted Leo to go to Dallas, but well, actually, no. Originally, I wanted the Chiefs to re-sign Leo because I feel like he is their best backer. And Nick Bolton he's solid, but like Leo, he's younger and he's way better. But they couldn't sign him, or I don't know, maybe they just didn't want to. No, I'm going to lean towards they just couldn't because I don't think you didn't want to sign your best linebacker. But nonetheless, the Commanders got him. They got a Conquo as well. I think he's going to be fucking amazing next to Jaden Daniels. Like, that's going to be so good. And they got a Meek Roberts. I mean, Meek Robertson is cool, but it's not like a splash. But, like, I mean, he's going to add depth to that secondary. And then, like I said, they got Nick Cross. I love Nick Cross, bro. I think he's one of the most underrated safeties in the league. The Raiders, everybody – okay, here's the thing. The Raiders spent a lot of money. I think the worst deal they got out there was the Quay Walker trade signing. I did not like that at all. I didn't like the Kwity Paye one. I feel like you overpaid for 2 players that are solid but not good. Like, I don't think they're good players. I think they're solid players, especially within like a certain scheme and set. Like Quay Walker was his best in blitzes. Other than that, he was dog shit. And Kwity Paye, I mean, I think he has more potential than Quay Walker, but again, he was just solid. Like I don't think he's like your number 1 edge or your number 2 edge. So, but I love the Jalen Naylor signing. I wanted Jalen Naylor to go to the Eagles if the Eagles were considering still trading A.J. Brown, but obviously that's not going to happen. The Nakobe Dean, I mean, that hurt, but, I mean, that's a solid one as well. That's a good one. I ain't just going to say it's just solid. And then, obviously, with Linderbaum, you got the second-best center in the league. And the Teron Johnson trade, bro, I think he was first in defensive stops since 2024 or some shit like that I read online, bro. That's insane. But, yeah, like, those were the top 5 teams that I thought really, really were great. in free agency. Honorable mentions, I liked what the Dolphins did solely because of Malik Willis. Like, that was it. The Panthers, I like that they got Devin Lloyd and Jalen Phillips. I feel like that's really going to add a lot to their defense. I already like their defense, but now you have Jalen Phillips. I mean, the jury is still out if it's an overpay, But again, like, you pay for a position that you needed, so what else are you gonna do, man? You gotta spend the money. And then the Devin Lloyd one, bro. The Jags are newsflash or heads up. They are number one on my list for losers in the free agency. Because like, no way you lost Devin Lloyd and Travis Etienne in the same offseason. Like, that's crazy to me. That's super crazy. And they were like arguably your two best players on both sides. Well, arguably. I mean, you still have Josh Hines Allen, but I mean, Travis Etienne was definitely their best offensive player, no doubt. But yeah, the Panthers are honorable mention, and then the Browns. I really like what the Browns did, mainly offensively with their offensive line, getting Elton Jenkins, and then you get Zion Johnson, shoring up that offensive line. You got who did they get? It was Quincy Williams. They got Quincy Williams. I like Quincy. He's a little bit older. He's like 28, 29. But, like, I mean, that's, like, practically prime. So that's not really too bad. As far as the honorable mentions go, with the winners, that's what that was. But losers, like I said, number one was the Jags. Falcons was a fucking loser for obvious reasons. And also because they're putting fucking Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and Bijan Robinson in that defense, that rising defense, and that offensive line through hell with not being able to get the quarterback situation right. The Chargers spent money, but I feel like they spent money on the wrong shit. Like, you could have got Linderbaum. You should have overpaid for Linderbaum. You should have got another offensive weapon, specifically a wide receiver. Same with the Broncos. You should have got a wide receiver, but they didn't. They did bring J.K. back, which is cool, but, like, you didn't bring in a wide receiver, and you lost one of your better defensive players, and you released another good defensive player, and Dre Greenlaw. So, yeah, those were my losers. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they were doing, but to my draft predictions, and then we're gonna end it there. I'm not going to spend too much time. I mean, in my notes, all I said was Tate doesn't go past 5. Sonny Styles falls to the Saints. The Chiefs draft Caleb Downs. I really hope they draft Caleb Downs. And the Eagles will draft the best edge rusher in the draft. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. And Jeremiah Love will get drafted to the Commanders. I think that's a perfect fit when you have Jeremiah Love and Jaden Daniels. I mean, it alleviates a lot of pressure off Jaden Daniels as a rusher. So, especially with the injuries and stuff. So, that's they. Speaking of the Commanders, they also re-signed Laramie Tunsil, which was a must. But yeah, I think Love will go to the Commanders. Like I said, I'll post my draft predictions on the Unfiltered podcast page later or tomorrow, depending. But yeah, bro, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, I could get into, the questions I asked, but I do want to save those for later on. I will react to those later. But as of right now, I mean, I feel like that's pretty much it, bro. I mean, I kind of, like I said, I got long with it with the NBA stuff, but that's because the NBA is heating up and the playoffs is literally right around the corner. I think we got, 16, 17 games left, so that's that, bro. But listen, man, I appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate y'all listening. If you, however you're tuning in, I appreciate you tuning in general. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Bro, that's a wrap. I mean, it's nothing else to cover. I mean, I'm about to get ready for this Thunder game later on. And also, I said Lakers. The Nuggets and the Spurs will play. I saw that Wemby was questionable, but I hope he plays. Jamal Murray might play. So will Aaron Gordon. But, either way, I mean, Jokic versus Wemby. If Wemby does play, I mean, that'll be elite, bro. But, again, bro, thank y'all. And then until next time, bro.